Hey, what's up? Josh here from Force Fitness. Hope you're doing great. Loving it. So, super day down here on the Gold Coast when I film this. So it depends when you're watching it. Could be pissing down rain, who knows. But today's video is about how to know whether you're eating enough food. Calories, if you count calories, generally food. Which is scary for how many detox or cleanse programs that are out there at the moment. They are driving a big generation of people that are going to be underfed, and is going to fuck their metabolisms completely. Okay, it's going to lead to binging, poor relationships with food, and people that are just going to rebound poorly. It's going to keep people like me in a job for a long time. We're going to be able to help a lot of people get back to health again, but it can take time. You know, if you've damaged, you know, not just thyroid but adrenals, you can sometimes look for up to 12 months. If your gut health is ruined, again, 12 months. So this is before you may even start losing any fat. So if you're on a bit of a cleanse kicker at the moment and, you know, 60 days deep, or, you know, been doing it for 12 months, and yeah, you may be dropping a lot of weight, but if you're starting to get a few negative side effects, then you should probably go see, you know, a decent PT or trainer, like myself. Or go see a naturopath or a homeopath that's going to be able to test a few things out for you as well. Some doctors, yes, but a more holistic side of things is going to help out. But anyway, let's get at the fucking video, shall we? Give you guys some information. So first thing, how do you know? You have to know the difference between being hungry and being starving. If you're dieting, guys, you have to be in a deficit to lose fat, okay? That's just the way it is, all right? You can't eat more than you burn. It's that simple, all right? You have to be in a deficit to lose weight, so you will be hungry. But you need to understand there's a difference between being hungry and being starving. If you're starving all the time and like properly fanging for food, then you need to increase your intake, okay? I'm not gonna say calories or macros or anything like that. You just need to eat more food, okay? Healthier food obviously is better. Foods that don't make you sick is another good one. Now, the other thing as well is performance. Now, even though you're in a deficit while you diet sometimes, you can still perform well. You can still get strength gains. You can still get improved cardiovascular response time to certain things. Not response time, but just times to things, okay? It doesn't mean you perform worse, okay? You can support good energy for good performance. So keep an eye on that. If your performance is really starting to suffer, increase your intake. Cravings, okay? If you are starting to crave foods at crazy times and just out of the blue for nowhere, and I'm not talking about the difference between, you know, a craving like, oh, I could go for that, and then it leaves your head. It leaves your thoughts straight away. Craving is when it just sits in there and festers for hours and hours and hours, okay? And then you're like, if I don't fucking get this thing, I'm gonna shoot someone in the face, okay? That's a craving, right? So understanding that if these things are coming on once a day even, you shouldn't have cravings every day, all right? Hormonally, you should be in a good enough place, obviously, to get away from it, but I think of other foods sometimes, if that makes sense. Go, oh, that'd be nice. And then I just go back to what I'm doing. I don't get stuck in that thought pattern or that process of, fuck, I need to eat that, or someone dies, okay? So another good one, guys, is general energy. So we talked about performance before, but energy throughout the day. So not just in a training window of 45 minutes or potentially an hour or 2 hours. We're talking energy throughout the day, okay? So if you crash out 10 o'clock every day, or you're crashing out and need to sleep at 2 or 3 o'clock every afternoon, or by the time you get home in the afternoon or nighttime and you are absolutely fucked and just tanked, you need to increase your intake. Again, like I said, when you're dieting and you're in a deficit, you're gonna get tired, you're gonna get hungry, but you need to know the difference between really having super low levels of energy and just being a little bit knackered. Okay, another one, there's plenty of things here, right? So another one we've got here is poor sleep. Okay, so what starts to happen when you're on low calorie for too long, our stress levels start to increase, okay? Our body's thinking that it's in starvation mode, so it naturally releases more adrenaline into our body, okay, to try and get you to go and hunt and gather more food and protect a few of the other organs. The problem with this is after a certain amount of time, you stay in your sympathetic nervous system state, which is your flight or fight response, okay? So you're alert all the time, so you will struggle to start to get to sleep. So naturally, when your cortisol should be coming down at night, you're actually starting to get a bit of a spike. So a really good example of that, with the energy and poor sleep tied together, is that if you start to develop this kind of feeling, right, of being wired but tired, okay, the easiest way to describe it, you wake up and you're already knackered, even after 12 hours sleep. Your adrenals are starting to fatigue. You need to increase your intake, okay? The more food you have, whether it be good or bad and getting fatter, your metabolism will speed up, okay? And that's what you need. You need everything to start to function better. You need your thyroid to start to kick in more, so you need more food, yeah? Always sick. If you are always sick on low-calorie dieting, then digestive problems are starting to happen. That's where your immune system is. You need to eat more food, okay? You need to stop stressing. You need to decrease inflammation. Another point that we didn't touch on in this video, but is another huge health issue if you've got high levels of inflammation or high blood acidity as well. The last one, guys, how do you know if you're on too low, is that you lead to a binge all the time. You know, it gets to a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday or a Saturday and you just can't help it. You just go to town. And I'm not talking like eating a little bit off the plan. I mean like uncontrolled. If someone put a packet of Tim Tams in front of you, you couldn't have two, you eat the whole packet in like 4 minutes. Okay, if someone puts a bag of jelly beans in front of you, you can't just have a handful and walk away and not even think about it. You sit there and you fucking eat the whole thing, okay? Binge eating, right? If any of those things are happening, increase your food. Now, here's the kicker, which some people get a little bit pissed off at. When your body's been down this low, I didn't even go into like how it ruins your metabolism. When your body's been at, say, 800 calories per day, even if I put you to 900, you're gonna gain weight because you're now in a surplus of your intake versus energy expenditure, all right? So, the best thing to do, I believe, is to jack it up. Just go super high. Go as high as you can straight away, and then do at least 2 weeks of that, and then start to pull it back down, and then you'll find a point where you comfortably lose weight, you train good, you sleep good, all that sort of stuff. Now, the quicker you get on top of this, the better it's gonna be. I've worked with a girl previously, it took us 11 months to get it back in line. Not everyone's taken that long, but that can be sometimes what happens when people have dieted incorrectly and gone, you know, low fat, low carb for ages, low calorie, you know, stuck on shakes and fucking detoxes and all that sort of stuff. Food is your fuel, right? It will help you lose weight. It will help you gain muscle. It will help you eat. It will help you sleep. It will help you be a better human, okay? So figure it out. If you want a hand with this, guys, click on the link below and we'll get in touch. Other than that, if you found this useful, guys, please share the video. This is a really big topic at the moment with all the detoxes and cleanse programs that are out there. And this is some of the shit that can happen, right? So please, if you found any information useful, share it. If you think I'm a dick, leave a comment. We'll have a chat. I'm easy. Thanks, guys.